Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Now this is an Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG and we're located on the starting spawn for Nebelburg. It's a grand battle and the name of the player is Kremaj72 and alongside him is a GWE100. That's the German Tier 10. And battle is about to commence. Right, what can I tell you about the Object 261? Well, it has an 18cm howitzer. It's an open cockpit vehicle, but they actually did design three different Artys, three different SPGs based on this concept. None of them went into production, but the first one, which was called Object 261-1, was a closed SPG. The second one, Object 261-2, was half open and had a 152mm howitzer. And the third one is Object 261-3. And this is an open cockpit as well, but has the 18cm naval gun. And that's the gun we're looking at right now. We're looking through the gun sights and he's got a Death Star in his sights, round out. Direct hit straight away, 357 hit points, and he's moving. Now this is going to become more regular when we start playing under release 1.0 because the tracer from Arty is going to become so obvious that you really will need to move, otherwise you will get counter battery very quickly. Okay, we've got an IS-7 there. That's the next target and he's loaded, ready to go. Waiting for it to pull out and round out. Oh, hit the rock. That's RNG for you. Now the thing is that the design for the Object 261 came about because the factory that was working on the experimental work, the OGK and LKZ factory, experimental factory, was also working on the IS-7 design at the same time. So it was rather apt that he was actually firing at an IS-7 just then, because that's the version of the tank that the same factory was working on. Okay, he's aiming for the IS-7 again, or is he going to take one of the other ones? T110E4 or an Object 260? Well, I think he's going to go for the E4 this time. Round out. Whoa, it's moved. Okay, splashed it for 97. The thing is, it was never put into production, although they actually did design, put forward the designs. They were too busy building tanks to actually put the thing into production. It was supposed to be based on the chassis of an IS-7, funnily enough. And in the game, it has less armor than it was actually supposed to have in real life. In real life, it was supposed to have the same armor as the IS-7 chassis, which would be 150mm to 215mm frontal armor. But in the game, it's a lot less. Right, aiming at that corner, there's an IS-7 there, but oh, well, something knocked over that bush. So that looks like the IS-7. Yes, it is. There it is. He's been spotted now. The other IS-7 pulls back. That shell goes in. And unfortunately, the target was taken out before the shell arrived, so he doesn't get anything from it. Now, he's got a 27-second reload. So it's a lot less than the time it takes to reload his tier fellow Arty, the same tier fellow Arty, the GWE100 or the Conqueror gun carriage. Fires around at the Jaegeru and a direct hit right into the side. 397 hit points, 2 critical hits. One of those I think was a track. Yes, well there he is. He's been stunned. He's repaired his tracks, but he's now missing a huge amount of his hit points. And we can see up there that there's the platoon mate for Kremaj. And that is a Object 268. Okay, well, he got 137 hit points there off the IS-7. And he's relocating just a little. when you've got a 27-second reload, you can afford to relocate a little. Okay, he's going for the Jaeger again. Sounds a smart move to me. Round out. Oh, big hit. 244. Right into the Jaeger, who's now stunned again. Poor guy must be really reeling and saying, cursing Arty, saying, oh, why me? Why me? You keep getting victimized. Well, sorry, you're in a big slow thing that's been spotted, and all Arty will do is what Arty's supposed to do. Eliminate the weak, the slow, and the visible. And that round goes in. It stuns the T110E4, and he picks up all the stun assistance because the T110E4 was taken out immediately afterwards. Okay, there's a massed assault there. The IS-7 and the E100 are both going attacking that IS-7 at the same time. But he switched over to the other side because there's a ship barn, the FB4005, over the other side of the battlefield. And there's a fast-moving Sheridan. He thought it was going to go in a straight line. It didn't. He jinked. He did the right thing. You've got to jink, otherwise if you don't jink, you're going to get hit because people can predict exactly where you're going to be. There's the ship barn. Okay, looks like it's had a few hits already, but he's popped around the corner of that rock to avoid being hit. And there's a gorilla. No, he can hit that, but that rock's going to be a bit of a problem. Fires the round out. Oh no, bit too far. That's unfortunate. RNG again, I'm afraid. But he hasn't got long to wait to fire his next round. He's just only got 7 rounds of ammo left. That's the problem. Still a fair number of enemy to kill. Now we lost sight of the target there. The ship arm was there, but he's dropped out of sight now. His teammates in the E100 and T110E4 did manage to, and the IS-7 did manage to finish off that enemy IS-7, but they're still faced with this problem of the Gorilla 15 here. And we can see where the ship barn is now. Yep, he's coming back into view, and we're lining up a shot because a splash kill will be enough to kill him. And it does. Well, in fact, that was a direct hit. So RNG was very much on his favour that time. And that driver is now back in the garage cursing Arty. Yeah, well, they curse us because they can't fire back at us. That's why. And a round just went in there from fellow Arty. I think that's from the GWE100. Now he's going to have another go at getting that gorilla. And this time round, he just does stun the gorilla, but it still overshoots and goes a little too far. Now the enemy forces aren't sort of being surrounded because they've occupied the centre of the map, but they are generally being compressed either onto the centre or at the southeast corner of the map. Is he going to go for that gorilla again? Yeah, it looks like it. Round out again. Ah, this time he gets him. The shell flew true right into the target. 294 hit points, and it's good night for the Gorilla 15. Okay, he's backed up right to the edge of the map. I don't think it's actually very obvious that the Object 261 is actually made from an IS-7. They did have to do quite a few changes. Right, shell went out there. He was aiming for that Object 430U. Oh! It was taken out. Well, it was a 140, sorry. It was taken out, so he picked up the stun assistance. Right, and there's the enemy Arty. It's a Conqueror gun carriage. Now, I'm not sure he'll be able to get it in time, though, because somebody else is firing at him. And I'm sure that they're going to kill him very quickly. Okay, he's motoring. Now he hasn't moved very far. He's stopped again to take aim. And he's looking for Tracer. Nothing yet. So one of the tricks which I've actually been explaining to a lot of people is that if you want to see the Tracer effectively, just turn off the V key. And then the Tracer shows up really, really brightly. Okay, he's got another target. It looks to be a Batchat 25 ton. There he is. Okay, and oh, he just took a massive great hit. Oh, and he was taken out. So unfortunately, there he doesn't get anything for the Batchat, but he's still got just on 1,900 hit points of damage so far. A Striv 103B has been seen. And he's up on the mountain actually, but it appears that Kremaj is looking over here because he thinks there's an Arty in that area. Well, there is one enemy Arty still about, so it is a question of looking for him. He's hiding. The most obvious place would be in the trees. There's an E100. There's a Death Star's just been spotted. Oh, and he just took a big hit there. But unfortunately he's got a red line, so he can't hit that anyway. No, he's still got a red line there, so he's not going to be able to hit the ship, the Death Star. There's the GWE 100. Oh, he has been spotted now, and he just fired and took out the Jaegervu, unfortunately. And that round just got 279 hit points. 4 critical hits has made the GWE 100 susceptible to that E100. Plus, of course, he's going to pick up some stun assists now because it appears that everybody's firing at the GW. Or at least they're going to try. There's only 2 enemy tanks left alive, and it's the E4 and the GWE. Okay, it's loaded. Round out. And it's a kill shot. 368 hit points. And that was with his last round of ammunition. It was the last enemy on the enemy team. And I think that means he's going to end up with a very special medal. Let's have a look. Yes, he did. He got the Fadin's medal. He fired all of his rounds in his magazine. He took out the last enemy with the last shot in his magazine to win the game. And that's a Fadin's medal. Difficult to get, but very, very welcome when you do get them. He also got a second-class tanker and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. And a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. And that's exactly what he did get. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he didn't get the highest amount of damage. He was working very hard, and he managed to get 6th place for 2,755 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, he was second actually, with 4. And when it came to base XP, again, he was 4th place, so high on the table, with 911. He was beaten by his partner, the GWE 100, who got 1,103, and I'm pretty sure that that's actually going to be an ace tanker for the GWE 100. But congratulations to him. He fired 18 rounds, all 18 rounds in his magazine. He got 6 direct hits, 6 penetration and 11 splash. Did damage of 2,755 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 10 of the enemy, which is 1/3 of the enemy team, but killed 4 of them. And he did stun assistance damage of 1,855 hit points off 13 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 53,172 credits, and after ammunition resupply of 35,640, because the shells are rather expensive, he was left with 17,532 credits. He received 1,367 XP, and because he entered the battle in a platoon with the Object 268, he got an additional 273 XP, so his total came to 1,640 altogether. So, well done there to Kremaj 72. Great battle, and in the end, that was a really lovely shot right at the end, dialed in, perfect, right on the money. It's just a pity that all those shots you kept firing at the gorilla kept missing until finally you got one that flew true and went straight into the target. But I guess, that does happen eventually. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that we'll be featuring in our next video.